Varsity Club, welcome back to another classic. Go up and get it, big fella. Go up and get it in the halfback, which is where Cousins goes, and we got the pick. This is going to Metcalf. Metcalf's going to leave a like on the video, hit that big red button below to subscribe. Let's jump right back into it.
Hey everyone, it's Darrow Rd here, and I can't believe I'm saying this, but the big dummy made a good move. Well, I mean, technically it's a good move and it's a bad move, but you'll understand when I talk about it a little bit more. Now, we all know Coach GoodGameBro is a literal idiot. This dude won 2 games in a row because he got lucky, and then he lost 2 games in a row. So we're here in week 5, we're playing the Vikings, and if we lose, we're below 500. I didn't move from Houston to Toronto, that is very south to very north, to be in a team that is losing. I'm not on the team. I like to think I'm on the team, but you know what I'm saying. But the move Coach GoodGameBro just made is monumental. I can't believe it. We had one of the most abysmal offensive performances ever, and then he went and traded for... You'll see.
Ladies and gentlemen, we're all here today for a very special moment for the Toronto Mounties. A massive trade we have just pulled the trigger on that will be polarizing. Our offense has been terrible and our defense has actually been, I think, pretty good for the most part, but we needed to find a way to really get this team something to spark them going. So officially, as the head coach and general manager of the Toronto Mounties, I am proud to announce that today we've acquired DK Metcalf. I know. Give me the award for best coach and GM of all time right now. I get it. Laramie Tunsil is now gone. Some draft pick compensation is also a win as well to Seattle, but we have DK Metcalf, our quarterback who didn't complete a pass in the first quarter or first half of last week or a couple of weeks ago. Will be better this week. We're heading into week 5. We are 2-2 in the season. I'm excited to see what our team does against Minnesota today with a slightly retooled roster. Now, Ross Blacklock reaches out to us, a defensive tackle on our team, and this is an opportunity to sort of help him out a little bit. So I'll be one of those guys that can do that every week. I want to step up to bring against the Vikings. So we got some room for opportunity here. If we hold him to less than 100 rushing yards or get him 1+ interceptions, forced fumbles, tackles for loss, or a sack, we'll get a dev trade increase. We need all the help we can get on defense, so Godspeed. A massive game. We've acquired DK Metcalf. Laramie Tunsil's gone, so our offensive line is possibly worse than what it was previously, but you know what? It was pretty bad already. Laramie Tunsil also had like a $26.2 million salary we're dealing with as well, so we'll have someone that's going to be a little bit cheaper right now, eventually cost us more, but you know what? It doesn't matter if we can't throw the football. God bless America. Are you kidding me? All right, so Hamilton Jones is battling Kirk Cousins today, but right now it's not looking great because we just threw an interception on his really first pass attempt of the afternoon. So things are not ideal. Dalvin Cook has been off to a really good start so far this season, and we have to shut him down under 100 rushing yards or get Ross Blacklock some sort of play that he can do, because right now we need all the depth trade up creases we can get. Big play coming up here. 3rd and 9. We're playing for the pass the entire way. Dalvin Cook always dangerous in the passing game too, so we got to respect that. Oh, we got one. He stopped running. Jackson was going to have that, but he stopped moving. No. So what should have been a pick was just miscommunication, and so here we are. 4th and 9. They're lining up for a field goal from the 32. 49 yards deep for the kicker. This one's up. It's going right. It comes back to the middle. That one is short off the crossbar. No shot. We get an opportunity to come out here on 1st and 10 and see if we can do better than the last drive. DK Metcalf, at least he caught the ball somewhat, and if he got hurt there, I'd be crying, but our right tackle Titus Howard is now hurt. Any injury, the offensive line is not great. We're not super deep there. Going into the draft, it's a place that we're definitely going to try to invest more on, but for now, maybe free agency is the move. Okay, so we found out he actually has a rib injury for Titus Howard, so we're putting him right back in the game. We have no time for that. Get in the game, help us out. We need all the help we can get. Go to the halfback out of the backfield. Kasim Gooden turns it up. He's going to get that first down by literally just a hair. I'm honestly waiting for the moment they single or press cover DK Metcalf. They do that. Oh, they're actually giving him single coverage here. Go up and get it, big fella. Go up and get it. That's why we traded DK Metcalf. Yes, we lost our tackle and a little bit of draft picks, but it doesn't matter. We got that man right there. What a big play. We got a young quarterback who's struggling. We need a guy like DK Metcalf to create some separation. High speed, high jump, high catch. All of that matter right there. What an absolute insane throw of 60+ yards in the air. And that man got mossed. I'm here for it. unreal. Having that opportunity there is just, it's huge. We've needed something like that in this team. I know we're still early in our franchise, but having something like that is amazing. They grab by DK again. Has me hyped beyond belief. They go for a check down. Charlie moving. Keanu Neal can't get that. I mean, to be honest, Keanu Neal has to pick that off. That's there. He hit it with his hands. You just got to put 2 on it. Kirk Cousins dropping back, trying to get something. He's got a man deep. Oh, no. They also have a talented receiver in Justin Jefferson. Roby. We're not re-signing him for that reason. Justin Jefferson. Okay, we see you. Oddly enough, Justin Jefferson is another receiver that I'd love to bring to Toronto at some point. I just don't know if it'll ever happen. I doubt the Vikings ever let that man go to free agency. But if for some reason they do, we're absolutely positively going after that man. And DK Metcalf was kind of open again, but I didn't want to force the issue too much and throw another pick. I mean, at this stage of the season, we have more interceptions than we have touchdowns in the passing game. So we are trying to be careful with that to some degree. Nice pass here across the middle. We have Brandon Cooks to get down ASAP. Trying to make sure we stay somewhat balanced because seeing Gooden when we've gotten the ball has been really good this year. We just got to make sure that we can keep finding that man and maybe block for him if we get some better linemen. With that being said, we're operating under the assumption this season that our offensive line won't be getting much better. We'll eventually make them better going into next season, but definitely not this year. And look, the goal was to never win a Super Bowl this season. That wouldn't be realistic. We know what we can essentially do, and winning a Super Bowl is definitely not in this season's capabilities. DK Metcalf, though, man, little curl route there, played it perfect. Jones under center is going to hand this one off. We got our guy. Team good and fumbled. It doesn't happen really that often. What the heck? But it was making a move with his patented spin move and immediately regretted everything. Dalvin Cook, remember, we have to hold him under 100 yards rushing today. So far, so good. Second down, 7 again. Cunningham watching Dalvin Cook. Setting the edge, and we stopped him again. I honestly feel really good about our chances if we have to force Kirk Cousins to beat us in this game. Dalvin Cook is really the guy that we've got to watch out for. And as I say that, the man is wide open and gets a major gain of about 20 yards. Minnesota starting a drive a little bit here. High formation, Cousins under center. They go for a run to the left-hand side. We got a couple of guys there. Cook picks up what looks to be about 5. Second and short now. Cousins back under center. They go for a halfback toss this time, but look at that. Bradley Roby couldn't cover a guy, but can make a tackle. 3rd and 7. We need the defense to step up here. We do not want to lose another game yet again on our home turf. A lot of guys there. Cousins all day. He throws it out of bounds, and there we go. We'll take the punt coming up. Now, Minnesota did go for a punt, but it was a really, really good punt. We are deep in our own territory with a young quarterback who's a little panicky in nature. He's going to try to scramble here. He's got some room. He's going to try to get out of bounds in case he fumbles, and he gets out about 5 or 6. Yes, the interception by Jones earlier was terrible, but since then he's been actually really good. Giving the ball back to Gooden. First time since he fumbled earlier. He gets hit and luckily holds on. Here we go for 2nd and 8. They're giving single coverage to DK Metcalf. Yet again, I'll take that every single day of the week. One of those times he's going to grab another one. 3rd and 8. We're going with a halfback screen. Haven't really tried these so far today, but overall this season they haven't really worked out a ton. Looking for some blocking. We got it. Gooden, you know what he's going to do out there. He makes a spin move and doesn't fumble. That's progress. Gooden cooks in motion here. Defense shifts around a little bit. DK Metcalf, that was a little early. He didn't jump. It'd be great if we press the jump button, our players could jump. Just a thought. Was it a great pass? Not really, but still would have been nice if our players could have jumped when we pressed the button to ask them to jump. That's just, you know, you are controlling a player. You want them to be able to do the moves you want them to do. That's my soapbox. Welcome to my TED Talk. Enough of that, though, because the Vikings are finding some running room now. They've got the ball down to the right side of the 50. Cousins is going to hand that one off. We've got guys there, and Loss is going to pick him up, and Spiegel drops him down. 2nd and 7. Cousins back underneath the center. They've been doing that a lot so far today. They go with the run. We've got guys there, but no one seems to be able to stop him until we finally get a hit. Bringing in Reed for some extra pressure. Box is getting stacked. They go with the run. Guys there, but nobody's getting penetration. It's been an oddly close game so far today. Like, I'm genuinely surprised with how well we've played for the most part. Defensively, offensively, well, kind of trash, but we'll take it. Cousins and company go with a hurry-up offense here. Not wanting to use their timeouts yet. Watching the halfback, which is where Cousins goes, and we got the pick. Cunningham is going to get the pick, and he's going to try to stretch that one. He has Dalvin Cook to beat right now. It's a race. Cook is going to trip him up at the 16-yard line, but Zach Cunningham with the pick that is changing the tide of this game. Minnesota had to feel like they were about to score a touchdown, but That defensive play by Zach Cunningham changed that thing real quick. A lot of fake plays. We wanted Metcalf to turn upfield, but it just didn't happen. If we were able to get Metcalf to turn that into a wheel route, he's in the end zone celebrating right now. But instead, it's an incomplete pass. We have 2nd and 10. This one's going to Metcalf. Metcalf's going to turn up, breaks the tackle. He's in the end zone. So far, so good. Trade of the year, easily. We did miss an extra point, though. So, again, we have to get a better kicker. This is just unbelievable how many times we miss extra points. It is like a staple of Toronto right now. And our ankles right now are getting broken by Dalvin Cook. Cousins and company know they need to get a touchdown here. And if they do, they take the lead because I doubt they miss an extra point. Like our kicker. Watching Cook and company here. They're going deep. We got Jackson back there. Our best opportunity with Jackson, who doesn't jump, even though we press the button. 2nd and 10. Got to feel like they're in chucking mode right now. Throwing lots of passes. Got a couple of guys recovering. They go for the flat route. We're going to see that as a big hit, and we force them out of bounds to the 39. Big play here. Can the defense step up yet again? 3rd and 9. Cousins. 2 running backs in the backfield. Watching for the underneath route. Keanu Neal is all over that. We're forcing another punt. All of a sudden, 48 seconds left. We got some time left here. Can we put more points on the board, especially if you're missing an extra point? Even a field goal is great. Hamilton Jones with a jump pass of sorts, and it doesn't really do much. They end up calling that one incomplete, which no one's really surprised about. DK again on the streak. Hamilton Jones says, you know what? The wind beneath my wings. And DK brings it down. That's why we made the trade for him. That is unreal. DK Metcalf just went up and got himself another big catch. 34 seconds left. We're trying to put more points on the board. Hamilton Jones out here scrambling. Throws that one. Might be past the line of scrimmage. It's going to be a penalty, pushing us back a little bit, which is definitely going to be unfortunate. Hate to see it. Ends up being a 5-yard penalty, making it 2nd and 15. That is a lame duck, which is going to now be a pick. Probably 6 here. Anthony Barr is going to end up being brought down, but pressure was there. Our offensive line is terrible right now, and we paid the price. Minnesota doesn't have too much time here, but again, they still could wrangle out some points. Trying to get pressure on Kirk Cousins. It's non-existent. That one goes off a helmet, though, and they're lucky that's not picked. At this stage, they do have 3 timeouts. We're just playing for the Hail Mary right now. We do not want them to have anything deep over our defense. They go for another curl route, which again doesn't seem too smart. 2nd and 11. We're dropping a lot of our guys back. It's going to be 3rd and 10. They go for another curl route. This one's actually going to work, but it's going to keep their guy in bounds. With 5 seconds left, they call a timeout. Minnesota's lining up for a 57-yard field goal. End of the first half here. Final play. This one is... What the heck just happened? What? So we're going into halftime with a lead. Who would have thought? Not me, honestly. Minnesota gets the ball to start the second half. They're down 6 points. Why? Because we missed an extra point. Imagine. Who would have thought? Definitely my kicker. Dalvin Cook goes running wild. Cook has about 47 yards, so he breaks 100. So we need them to be down by a lot more so that they stop running the football and start passing it nonstop. That will be ideal. Coming through with the blitz here. Cousins stays in shotgun, watching for the inside zone. They end up passing it yet again. Cousins feeling a little bit in shambles there, throws one away, and that one goes to our sideline. Cousins has not had a really good game today. He's 6 for 17. It's been not for them to really get much going. He's been trying a lot of check downs, a lot of short yardage stuff, and it's not working. He's going deep here, though. Jackson's up there, and he's going to be seeing it tipped away. We're okay. Outside of Dalvin Cook, though, the best player for Minnesota has been their punter. He's pinning us deep every single time he gets the opportunity to punt the football. This one goes off to Kasim Gooden, who has a little over 30 yards so far. Press coverage on DK Metcalf. Good Lord, I want to run a streak, but we've been running that a little bit too much. With a play here to Gooden. Gooden goes with a spin move, which ultimately nets him 1 yard. 3rd down, 7 yards to go. Might be a 3 and out for the offense. DK Metcalf, though, is sprinting. That one is a terribly thrown ball by Hamilton Jones and is batted away. If he keeps it to the outside, it's golden. But he threw it to the mid side of the field. Minnesota sees an opportunity here. Our offense has been pretty terrible, and they know that if they can just turn things around, they'll be okay. And Dalvin Cook is the key to doing that. We've had plenty of opportunities. We barely have any home field advantage right now. We should be dominating them, but we've just been stagnant on offense every single time. What a hit, though, by Zach Cunningham. This is a big down. 3rd and 6. Minnesota needs this conversion. We're watching their short routes. It's been where they've been money. They throw in deep. Johnson Jr. is going to bat that one away. What a play. Close but no cigar from Minnesota. A new set of downs, and the running game's got to get going. Our passing game has been terrible. 3 interceptions today already. We need this running game to just turn this game around for us somehow, but we've got to find a way to get a lane. Right back at it again with the run. Looking for a gap. Kasim Gooden had something there, and he finds a way to get 5 out of it. Feels like the momentum is there for the run game. We just haven't necessarily found exactly how to do it, but third down, we're going right back to him. And look at Gooden. Gets hit hard and holds on to it for 4. This man's not tired. I'm letting him run the ball right now. We need to take the ball away from Minnesota. Make their offense a little cold. Make their defense even more cold. Second down, 8 yards to go. Jones is putting his guy in motion. Gooden's going to go to the right-hand side. Got a double slant here. Jones is scrambling. Good lord, that defensive end is fast. We're going to throw that one away. Metcalf again getting press cover. We're going to stretch that over the top. Every single time they do that, we're prepared. Metcalf releases deep. Hamilton Jones has a guy wide open. That is one of the wildest, ugliest throws of all time. But Tanya's going to hold on to that one. Close, but it worked. By the time we saw him, it was almost too late. It probably should have been too late, but luckily it worked out. Back to the run here. Team Gooden is looking for a gap. Anthony Barr is hurt now for Minnesota. That's not good. I don't know what happened, but he's hurt. Metcalf on a seam route here. We're throwing it up. And that was close, but nobody got it. Third quarter's winding down. Only 53 seconds left here. We're still holding on to a lead. The longest we've had a lead in what feels like forever. This is over the top. Flowers gets the pick. Third interception of the game. This dude has been everywhere right now for Minnesota. We're in shambles. There is a booth review, however, and honestly, I would love for this to go in our favor. We haven't had a booth review go in our favor in a long time. If you ask me, though, I'm pretty sure you got both feet in, and we'll see what they say. And the ruling on the field is upheld, so, well, we're just going to cry for a second time. Minnesota, momentum a little bit back in their favor, but this has just been a terrible offensive output for both teams. Dalvin Cook is just killing it. He's getting closer to 100 now with 64. Second and short. Watching the inside run. We got multiple guys there. Dalvin Cook does not care, though, when he fights through. He's getting a little spicy here. Third and short.
Hey.
We pick it off with Desmond King. Back-to-back interceptions. You'd love to see Desmond King in multiple games this season getting interceptions. Just like that, we got a nice lead. And because our kicker cannot make an extra point, you know what time it is. We're going for 2 here. Cooks, Metcalf, both in the field for Jones. See the blitz. Throw it where the blitz is. And we'll take the 2-point conversion. A real 21-7 lead. Who would have thought? We got DK Metcalf, so I would have thought that. Minnesota is not done by any stretch, man. Kirk Cousins is doing his best to try to live up to that contract, which he never will live up to that contract, but he's trying. All the time in the world, he throws one deep. We got a couple guys there, Jackson and company, but it goes out of bounds. Look, I know a lot of people are giving Hamilton Jones a lot of, you know, flack right now, but Kirk Cousins is having a significantly worse game than what he has right now. We'll see if he can pick it up, but right now Hamilton's still doing his job. And look at this, a big sack. Blacklock gets the fumble recovery, which I think we actually needed to get him the superstar, or not a superstar, but an increased depth rate. We got the ball. Our guy got something. I think we're in a good spot now. 5:57 left. 2 touchdown lead. All the momentum. We're going to the run game. Oh, look at Gooden. Look at Gooden with a big carry. Second and inches, trying to get Gooden some more yards. Finds a seam. He's going to force his way through, and he nearly broke that one off for a big gain. First and 10, 5 minutes left. You'd love to see how the team is finally gelling a little bit now. A little bit of offensive confidence. Hamilton Jones looking for a block. Moving up the field, gets out of bounds, and he still stays up. 25 yards in the game for him on the ground. The biggest problem we've had has been turning the ball over. Once we stop turning the ball over, this team, they're built differently. We send that Metcalf deep as probably a distraction more than anything. Ooh, safety left. We're throwing it up. What? That was one of the oddest, strangest, weirdest things I've seen in a long time. I don't really understand how any of that happened, but it happened, I guess. That being said, Hamilton Jones is coming out of the game for the rest of the game. Whether it's his fault or my fault, whoever's fault, we're going to let Jordan Love get an opportunity to see what he can do, because 4 interceptions in a game is just, it's too much for anybody. It's too much for anybody, especially a rookie quarterback. I feel like this is going to be defensive pass interference as well.
Personal foul.
Even worse, roughing the passer, which means that this ball is going to move forward a lot. The worst part about the interception is there's so much time on the clock. If they score a touchdown here, all of a sudden our team we're in a tough spot. Pass across the middle, Bradley Roby. We've had so many issues with Bradley Roby, but big hits, an interception finally again. He had one earlier in the season. Maybe we re-sign him. I don't know. I don't know. There's still time. Jordan Love in the game. Remember wearing number 8, T. Drummond. Ended up taking number 10 from him. We'll play here. Gooden goes up the middle. We'll take the 4 yards. Don't have to do anything fancy here. Let's just see what Jordan Love and company can ultimately do. 2nd and 6. With the run, if our guys could block, Gooden is going to be an all-pro. If they can't, he's middle of the pack. 3rd and 4. A lot of time left in the game still. Letting the clock it down about 10 seconds just so we can have a little bit of clock management going. Jordan Love let it rip. This is how we throw most of our interceptions today. But not on that play. Every once in a while, DK Metcalf will go up top and make a play. Flowers has had 3 interceptions today. He's not getting 4 on that one. I know that giving up Laramie Tunsil was a risky play. And a lot of people are going to necessarily love it, but I'm loving the results right now. Going with the halfback screen. You got guys getting their ankles broken, including me, and all of a sudden they got good field position again. Time is winding down. We still have all the stuff that we need. You can see their route. That's really weird. Well, maybe that's from like a home field advantage thing. I've never seen that before. What the heck? Okay, we accidentally. Oh my God. Apparently we're running 3-man deep, which we didn't mean to run. And it still kind of worked. Cousins will be in shotgun pretty much the rest of the game. 2-minute warnings almost here. They're going to the flats again, which look, I'm happy to have them get that and just put a move on us. Okay, I was wrong. They actually are not going to stay in shotgun. He's going to go under center now, assuming the run's coming here. And we get a big stop. Look at Blacklock get the stop there. It's a tackle for loss, which he also needed today. This is a big play. Can we get the stop right here, right now? Cousins under center. Got a couple of guys there. We get to him. And they say he got the first down. Minnesota lining up again for the quick play. We didn't have our defense set. We were in a heavy set, and luckily Thielen goes out of bounds. We're trying to get our guys switched around for the play, but they took advantage. They ran a quick one. Our guys weren't set. They had a guy wide open. It could have been a touchdown, and luckily it wasn't. Cousins is feeling it. His speed goes going to get the hit. What a hit by the young fella. Sitting here again. Oh, I guess our home field advantage is seeing some of the play art, which is kind of New England Patriots cheat code wise, but it doesn't matter. They get in the end zone. Johnson is going to get in. And well, here we are struggling yet again. Minnesota down 14 points, minute 20 left. Not a lot of time for them, but they're going to go for the onside kick regardless. We got our hands team out there though. We're going to pick this one up. Anthony Miller. Nice play. Back to midfield. He's got to run the clock out and get a first down. We're definitely going to be trying to run the ball a whole lot more here at the end of the game because we want to get up out of here with the win. Look at this. Kasim Gooden ready to get things going. The nice spin move breaks another one. This big spin move, and now we got down to the 20. I've been waiting to see that. They finally blocked for him, and look what happened. I've been trying to tell people, you block for Kasim Gooden, we've got an all-pro running back. But if you don't, like I said earlier, he's a middle of the pack guy, and that's not on him. That's really on everybody else. He just needs the lanes. He will find them, I promise you. Minute 5 left. In the red zone here. Going to the outside again with Gooden. He's going to cut that one up. Finding the lanes is his specialty. I've been trying to tell you. Minnesota now has used their last timeout. It's all about us just trying to get in the end zone here. Love under center is going to hand this one off. Kasim Gooden goes up. He gets down to about the 2-yard line. A gain of 1. Put a couple of receivers out there, making Minnesota think maybe we'll pass with Jordan Love, who hasn't thrown too many passes today. He hasn't really needed to. And look at Gooden get down to the 1. He's so close. 3rd and goal. Can he get in? This is all about bragging rights at this point. Handoff, the blocking's good. Gooden is in, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to see him finally get in. He had a tough game. He put the team on his back when he needed to. Made some big plays. And he's celebrating by himself because of it. And with that, we're going to walk in here with a much needed W. We were about to fall below 500. We're going to stay swimming. 3-2 in the season. Not bad at all for the Mounties. Is Jordan Love the starting quarterback? We'll address that soon. All right, I know it's going to be a doozy of a press conference here, but I just want to say we got the dub. The number one question we're getting right now, I see everyone raising their hands in the audience, and you're talking about the QB controversy. And look, I'm going to address it right here, right now, once and for all. Is Hamilton Jones our starting quarterback going forward? No, he had 5 interceptions today. We got to see what he does in practice. Ultimately, I think Jordan Love was throwing 1 pass today and went for 51 yards, was a touchdown. We'll see what he can do, but whether it's Jones, Love, or my coaching, we'll figure out what the issue is. Jordan Love is our starter in the next game. But I do want to say on the ground, Kasim Gooden just was the ultimate team player today. 22 attempts, he had 116 yards, got in the end zone once. Yes, he fumbled and that was terrible, but really what he did after that is why I love this kid so much. Also, we held Dalvin Cook to 66 rush yards. He's one of the best running backs in the league and came in the league number 4 overall in rush yards this season, and we held him to 66. That's a W. In the air, though, Dalvin Cook did have a lot of yards, 61 overall. DK Metcalf, though, was 5 for 191 yards and 3 touchdowns in his debut as a Toronto Mountie. Would I love to get him the ball more? Yes, but when he's scoring 3 touchdowns, who am I to argue? You know, defensively, I hate to see Anthony Barr get injured, but that was also a turning point for our team today. We did very well. But on our side, I mean, we had some guys that they're balling. Keanu Neal had 7 total tackles. Zach Cunningham had 6 as well with a tackle for loss and an interception for 50 yards. I'm gonna be honest, if he did his conditioning and practice a little bit more, it might have been a touchdown, but he ended up getting called. But still, how the team played was fantastic today. We also interceptions today by Desmond King, Bradley Roby, and then again by Zach Cunningham. Defensively, we were incredible. Offensively, we'll figure it out. But still, a W is a W. That's why we're 3-2, baby. Be safe, be smart, tell somebody you love them. Catch you on the next one.